Welcome to Grow With Kush. I'm your host, BNT Kush. Today, we're diving into the world of independent music with Cisco Moonie, an independent artist from Connecticut. In this call, we'll be exploring his vision for independence and the current state of the industry today.
Actually, here it is, but we're going to leave it there for now.
Say Kush, bitch, I'm back up on my rise. And I ain't fooling with my eyes. Stevie said going, so I had to compromise. You gon' lose your life, keep fucking with your pride. Even though I know it's never been my life. I will comfort lives that has punctured all our lives. Should've seen it from beginning, but we lack to visualize.
My vision for independence is basically getting to a point where you could do everything that you want to without like needing to depend on other people. You know what I mean? Being able to have like the
Yeah,
facilities and the capabilities to do what you set your mind to. Like, oh, I'm about to go shoot this video, or I'm about to record this track or draw this picture or whatever. Being able to do that without having to depend on other people and other people's facilities or capabilities to do so.
yeah, I like that. Do you think that um, it is like, you think it's a really, valuable thing, just having your own vision for independence and um, really trying to cultivate that with a community of people?
Absolutely. And that's the thing too, like it take a team of people to really do that. Like, um, like you just need everybody. You need to have a team. Like it takes a village, you know what I'm saying, to really do that.
Of course.
Every person is a little cog in the gear. You know what I mean? We're all on the
Yeah.
same wheel, in the same machine, powering the same shit, all for the same vision. I mean, all our visions may be different, you know what I mean? But it's all for the greater purpose of just creating and just like finding ourselves, living our own truth. So I
Yeah,
think a community is important in finding that. I think it's like completely instrumental in the whole process.
I like that. Um, the one thing I've learned in terms of just working with you and just being a part of this community that we've we've kind of been slowly cultivating is that you're someone um who has like a keen awareness of like someone's vision or your vision. It could be Stevie's vision. It could be my vision on a song. You
Hmm.
you can kind of really be aware of what the vision is, and then you know how to take that and move it forward. Um, and that's why I really think it. I really think having a vision is powerful because especially what I've learned from you is that you make everything feel authentic, and you make everything feel more real when you understand the vision, and you can kind of like intertwine your creativity with others. Um, yeah, I think that vision kind of guides the whole creative process, which I think is important.
Or
Um,
likewise, man. Nah, cause there's some songs that you be on that I'm like it'll be me on the track. It's a Stevie beat. And you'll hop on and I'm like, damn, he understood the assignment. Like he really knew what I was coming from. And like it's just cool to
yeah,
see. It's cool to see.
yeah. I think that just comes with like time and just really trying to like really wanting to understand what it is and what's going on, and not just trying to come on there and just I think it's one thing to go in there and just do your thing, but it's another thing to really try to like do your thing and make it match, make it work with
Yeah,
everything else.
yeah,
And I think that creates
absolutely.
like a whole. I think that's what makes the story full instead of it being like when you create something. I think it's a story, or at least I look at all creations as a story. And when you put that together, it makes it more full because now everybody in their own little parts of the story, they understand what the whole story is about. And so there's no part of the story that seems off. There's no part of the creation that seems like it doesn't fit with the rest. Um, and
Exactly.
that's why I really just try to really want to understand. And I see you do the same as well. Um, how are you building a career around your vision for independence?
Well, right now I'm just trying to get into everything. Like making videos, shooting videos. I'll be going out with my homies to shoot videos and stuff. I just try to make it real fun and free and just the editing process. Like I be editing my own videos. Not only is it just 'cause like, I have a vision and I want it to be like a certain way, but also like I'm just learning. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to find different ways to express myself. I just did a album art for Stevie using like, pieces of like comic books and stuff, making like chopping it up and shit, making a little collage. And it was
yeah, that's
really like
fire.
that was really freeing. It was really like nice to get in that creative groove. So just in terms of music, in terms of videos, pictures, not really drawing, but I'm just trying to expand myself like in a whole bunch of ways. Given like I would still really like a team, I think it'd be easier to have a team, but just, getting my foot in the door, just experiencing how everything is, like the greater aspects of things,
Yeah,
like just trying to dip my toe into each facet of creative this creative world. I think that's like really helping me in my independence reach that vision.
definitely. I think what's important, and what I hear from all that is like you understand what it's like, or more importantly, like you're intertwined and you're like right inside of the life of being independent, and especially like it's hard to of course we all will love a team, because a team is how you kind of expand and scale whatever you're trying to create. But when you're able to start things and to learn things all on your own, um it gives you it gives you greater value to the team once you're able to cultivate that team, because now you know what's good in each person's job. You know when someone's not doing something right. You know when it's, where it is. You know how to fix it. You can kind of see like, okay, this is where we need to kind of work on. This is where we need to find some solutions. Um, because you know you've been there. You've been in that position before, so you understand from that person's perspective. That hey, when we're editing our videos, let's make sure that we use a little bit of this and we use a little bit of that, because what I've learned in my process is that it makes our videos better. So just things like that, I think, is really important. Understanding that you gotta learn how to do all these things yourself, and then kind of like whatever you don't want to do, start to delegate those things to other people.
Yeah,
And then over time, you'll realize that you got a team, um, and that you kind of cultivated that on your own. What kind
yeah.
of impact? What kind of impact do you plan to have on the world?
On the world, I don't
Yeah,
even know. Really just delivering truth. Just delivering truth, whoever finds truth in the music or whatever media it may be. Like whoever just find it and say, damn, like I got a truth to say too. Cause that's what happened to
yeah,
me. Like I got into this because I was like, damn, people is really rapping. Like this dude's out here that's really talking about like things that matter to them, not just a
definitely.
superficial blah blah blah, they really talking about their life experiences and growing through it and like their setbacks, primarily like their fallbacks and setbacks. And I thought that was so inspirational. So, that's why I try to take a piece of my life, put it in the music, put it in the videos, put it in everything. And I guess like that's really the seed I want to reap, or the harvest I want to reap from this is just like somebody to see that and be like, okay, this guy like he a real truth sayer. Like I want to develop that too. Like I want to really like evolve myself in speaking truth as well.
Yeah, that authenticity is like really important. Especially with being independent. I think it matters. Like, I think it's something that like it goes underlooked, um when, or maybe overlooked, I would say, when we're talking about independence, is because like I think a lot of people try to be independent. A lot of people really want to be independent. Some people aren't independent and they still kind of try to keep that persona. Um, but the authenticity and like what they're going through and in their life and like making you feel the things that they're going through. Like a lot of the times, I think when being independent, having the authenticity matters more because people get to understand the struggles and the weight that comes with being independent. Um, Especially like the thing that I hear from your music a lot is that I can feel the pain, I can feel the story, I can feel the growth, I can feel the evolution, and you give off a sense of like emotion when you use your words, and I think that's really important, and I think that's what makes it more real to the person that's listening, because we can actually feel exactly through your words, through the tone in your voice. We can feel exactly what you're going through. Um, and it might not be perfect. We might not get it exactly down to what you've been through, but it does get us. It does take us there. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I think the way you do that is like, I think that's top tier right there.
Thank you, man. Coming from Kush, bro, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
man. Um, what are the consequences? Do you think uh that impact could have on the world?
The consequences,
Yeah.
I don't really know. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that like consequences as in like negative outcome,
Um,
or you mean just like the results of it.
just in general, like, what might be the effect of saying all your truth and giving all who you are and the authenticity, like what kind of things do you think will result from that?
I think people might get mad. I don't know. I think certain people in my life probably get tight because they be like, "Why would you say that? Why would you say that?" But I think moreover that just people who do need to connect with it will connect with it. Like I know his homie, like my homie Emil Berlin from Colorado. He sent me a couple beats and stuff like that, and I was rapping on them, and I sent him the tracks back, and he was like, "Yo, this is actually like insane." He was like talking about how like it was like a rough day for him or this and that. He heard the track and that made him cry. But I told him like before he said any of that, I was like, "Yo, thank you for sending me that beat." Like it was like truly healing. Because it was like a therapy session over the beat and stuff. But the fact that he also felt that healing from the song, it's like it's kind of like you know, sometimes I take these beats, you just pack energy into it and then you push it
Yeah,
out into the world and people receive the energy, whether it be like an angry ass song or like, something energetic, something lit or whatever. You pack
yeah,
that energy in a song and you push it out. So really like the outcome that I expect is just for people to be more vulnerable, I guess, for people to, just be more real with themselves. I don't know. A lot of people not being real with themselves. They being very, very phony, very fabricated,
yeah.
and it's cutting cutting it out.
The biggest thing with telling the truth is that the truth hurts, and so
Yeah,
I mean, it already. I think we already know how much the truth hurts to like other people. When you tell the truth to other people, we already know how people feel when they get told the truth to them. But I think what people probably don't look at is how much shit you have to go through to be able to tell all that truth and to put all that stuff on the track. Um, because a lot of the times it can seem like it comes easy, to just be able to just put all your whole life onto onto a song. But when you're able to really like understand the fact that, hey, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna like sit here and I'm gonna go through every like thing that really made me feel some type of way, things that I couldn't probably speak on in the moment, things that I probably couldn't really say exactly how I wanted to say. I'm gonna use this time to like actually get it all out. And a lot of that stuff hurts, and especially when you start to see your own flaws and you start to see your own mistakes. Um and then the song does it's not about, you realize that life is not always about being right, you know what I mean, and it's about learning and growing and getting through stuff. um
Exactly.
so and growth hurts, so I think that's why um truth probably stings a lot, because it's still a precursor for growth, you know um once you start to accept the truth, then you can start to grow. um and I think
Absolutely.
you definitely, I can definitely like I said, when we hear or we feel the energy in your music, we can tell. It was the song that we had verses on. I forget what the name of the song was. um but it was like, you were laying on the roof with your arms stretched.
Oh
um
yeah.
I forget the yeah, and it was like the words, the kind of words that you use to like describe the feelings and all this stuff, like that's what makes it real. um I think that's those kind of things put it together, making it real, but understanding
Hmm.
that that stuff is gonna hurt you as well. That stuff is gonna like impact you in ways that you didn't even know, it was gonna impact you. You know what I mean? Because of course you're gonna
Yeah.
impact the world with it, but you know you got to keep growing and stuff.
Absolutely.
Um, what gets you inspired?
What gets me inspired?
Yeah,
I don't know, just waking up every day, really. Waking up. I wake up and I look at my situation now, and it kind of inspires me to like just go for more. Just go for more, reach out. Like I feel like I'm young. We out here, you feel
yeah,
me? Just in the world, and you know, I feel like it'd be a waste of time if I didn't do something. You know, distractions get in the way and stuff like that. But my main inspiration just like the blank canvas that is my life. You know what I mean? I could go out and hustle now and do what I want and live a busy but fun and enjoyable life. You know what I mean? For
yeah,
however many years to come. Or I could just like work 50 years at the post office. You know what I mean?
of course. Yeah,
And it's like a constant reminder every day that I wake up, and I wake up in my situation right now, I'm like, damn, I gotta do something. Like something gotta
yeah,
give. And it's just that hunger of just like wanting more really.
of course. Um, how do you put all that stuff together though? Because I mean, I know for me, like I want to do so much things, and then when I realized that um there's a whole lot of there's a whole lot of work and processes that come with everything that you do. So when you wake up and you say, you got to go do something every day, how do you start to put all that stuff together in the long term, and just like, so that you can consistently keep doing the things that you really want to do.
I don't know, discipline really. Discipline,
Yeah,
maintaining that routine, maintaining that mindset of like I gotta get this done. Stevie taught me that actually. Because I'm not gonna lie, like lately, I've been kind of lacking in terms of like creative processes because, you know, I wake up every day and like the current situation I got right now is not the greatest, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I just fill my world with like distractions, and my main objective today is getting to tomorrow, not,
Yeah.
the tasks that I have to do in the meantime. So, but Stevie reminded me that it was one point at school where I was like, really, I ain't have no space to record. Hold on, my camera good?
Your camera is frozen.
Okay.
Okay, we back now.
Alright.
We back.
So yeah, it was one time where like I really ain't have a space to record. I really ain't have a space to do nothing. And I was like, not shit wasn't cool, but like I still recorded in my car. I still managed to like, just grab out the laptop and stuff, the interface and everything. I recorded tracks in my car. I recorded parts of Hands on Cement. Most of the album was recorded in a field outside because I have
Mm-hmm.
a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
Steven reminded me of that driving was like, yo, I'm not gonna like push you or nothing, but I just want to let you know you did this before. Like there was times where you was that down bad and you like still got it done. And just him telling me that like really just like kicked me in the back, like, yo, you did have
Yeah.
that discipline. It was one point where you were like, no matter what the situation was, you wake up and you're like, yo, I gotta get this done. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
really what it is.
Yeah. Do you feel like we put a lot of pressure on ourselves in terms of like we have with this independent stuff, it's like we don't get the best kind of benefits. It's not the best job to have in the world. Um in terms of like, trying to make sure that you're good in the stuff that you need. It's good in trying to make an impact, trying to make people happy, but it's not really the best in terms of, sustainability and safety, stability and stuff like that. So do you think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves as independent artists to kind of really make something out of this? Because we really have I hear it, I feel like I hear it a lot that we're always in a position where it feels like it's it's really hard, it's really tough, it's really like rare that you hear that is someone who's already in a really great position who goes and become an independent artist, and they have a really great career. Most of the
Mhm.
time it's people who are, they're not in a great position in life, um but that doesn't stop them from trying to do something that they love. And so they got to keep pounding at it, keep going at it, keep pushing at it. Um, and do you think that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, just for this, little um, career, this little thing that we're trying to put together?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like some pressure is necessary though. Like I know some people that be putting pressure on themselves to the point where they break, and that's not cool.
Yeah,
But I feel like one should know their own limits, you know what I mean? And if they're really pushing themselves, they only push themselves as much as they want it. You know
of
what I
course.
mean? So, like of course if you really want it, like you gonna get it. That's really how it
Yeah,
is. The truth prevails. And if that shit is true in your heart, you know what I mean, you're gonna get it. So I think naturally though, yeah, like we're gonna have to work hard. Like independent artists, just gotta work hard in general. Gotta put pressure and gotta like, you kind of gotta go in the mud. You gotta crawl before you walk. And then that's
yeah,
just like the truth of life, really. All in all, though,
yeah,
I feel like it's a labor of love. I really don't mind what come with it, like all the instability and stuff like that. I just really, it's a labor of love. Like I love doing what I do. Even like I haven't got no bread from it, probably like $60 overall. from streaming and whatnot. But
Yeah.
that's like that's cool. That's cool with me. As long as I can put the music out, that's cool with me, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely I think that's definitely important, that, you know, we focus on the music, we focus on the art that we're trying to make, and just make it the best, you know. Make that art that we're making, make it the best, make it the best for us as well, make it so that when we love it, everybody else loves it. You know what I mean? Not the other way around. Um, and I really love the fact that a lot of the people that I work with, you, Stevie, my guy Zahova, like all these guys
Mhm.
really put forth the effort to just make the craft better. Um, and that's what's really important. That's what like I've always wanted to do is just make my craft better. Um, but also make everybody else's that's around me better, because I know that um if others can make me better, which people have always made me better throughout life. I've I've always wanted to like give back and make other people better, help other people get better in ways that I never could, and I think that's how I kind of put together my work. That's kind of how I get inspired, is just, understanding that this is not like it's not the same thing as any other um like place in the world. And for me, like, because I'm independent and because of all my circumstances in my life, this has to be my career. You know what I mean? This has to be the thing that
Yeah,
I make a living off of, because this is the thing that I want to do. Like, it's easy for me to just, go do stuff outside of the industry and go do stuff elsewhere and try to find, it'll be way easier. You can get paid way quicker. Um, but for me, it's not about trying to get paid quicker, trying to get all that kind of money. My goal is to make my craft better. And if that means that I gotta bunker down. I gotta get my life together. I gotta put pieces together to try to make sure that this can work for me, that I can have a life out of this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna really make sure that all that stuff, I'm gonna put it into my work, and just make that shit better. Um, if you could change one thing in the world right now, what would it be?
if I could change one thing in the world,
Yeah,
end the war. We would end the war.
yeah,
Dude, we could
definitely.
do so much if we all put our brains together. Like it's ridiculous, bro. Like we
I
could
feel
really
that.
like if we tapped into the greater consciousness, just like if everybody just not only like greater consciousness, but if everybody just like if the whole world ate at one moment, like one big feast, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, bro,
there's
everybody
so
would
many
rock with each other.
problems. I think so many problems would could be solved with that kind of um that kind of
Hmm.
environment, that kind of circumstance where everybody's able to eat in one place, have a great big feast with the for the entire world. It's just one day, and we have like an entire global holiday, and it's just we're just eating, we're having fun together. Like, so
Yeah,
many problems could be solved like that, and we could grow so much like that. However, I think what holds people back is like fear. Like, when you talk about stopping the war and ending the wars, like, it's all just fear, and fear that someone's not gonna have the power that they have. Someone's not gonna have the home that they have, the lifestyle
yeah,
that they have. It's always a fear of losing something, a fear of gaining as well. Um people don't know what to do with more stuff. People don't know what to do with more problems, more pain, nor do they know what to do with more success and more power and more value. Um,
yeah,
so it's really just lots of fear, and the reason I think the biggest part about that is that humans, as humans, we kind of subscribe to fear. So if we were ever to come together to do such a thing, we have to unsubscribe to all the fear that we um that we link ourselves to every day. Like we watch some news, or well, specifically me, I read the news. um Other people might go on social media and consume all the news and do other stuff like that, and the stuff that's going on in their environment, but they're only subscribed to the negative things that are out there, which is gonna only instill fear, you know. And I think there's the more as artists, you know, we have the chance to shape that. You know what I mean? We have the chance to say, are we gonna make something negative today, or are we gonna make something positive today? Are we gonna
Yeah,
make something about more, you know, pain, trauma, and stress, or are we gonna make stuff about more positivity, more gains, and more wealth and more health? You know, we have the chance. We have the opportunity as creatives to change that. And I think if we talk about anything that we want in the world, for you, um, it might be in an awards. You know, in order to do that, you know, leverage your creativity, leverage yourself. You know, make sure you're letting your fans, the people that love you, you're making sure that they're not subscribing to fear, they're not subscribing to negativity, because they're gonna subscribe to you because you're fucking Cisco Moon. But you know, you gotta really like decide whether they're gonna subscribe to negativity or whether they're gonna subscribe to positivity. And the more
yeah,
that you grow that, and the more that you make that bigger, you'll have a chance um at being able to try to change stuff like that. Um, Definitely. Um, I'm not the kind of person, um, when I hear certain stuff, I'm not the kind of person that that just brushes it off or thinks that it's impossible. I think we could really do whatever we want to do. Um, we just got to really set forth the effort to do that. So if that's the thing that you really will want to change out of this world, or you know, if you could, you know, and you can, because you're already an artist, you're already getting started on that. Um, I would say do it. You know, if you really can do it, if you really want to do it, you know, really take that step, and try to make that stuff happen.
absolutely.
Um, yeah. What are you working on next?
Right now, I'm editing this video, this music video, trying to get that done. Um, I got an album art to do for Stevie too. That was pretty cool. Performance on the 27th out here in Connecticut.
That's
It's pretty
fire.
fire. And just music, still working on music the same old, like still on the grind with that. You know what I mean? Me and
Yeah.
Steve trying to finish up this album we got going on right now. Um, I got like a solo joint, like a self-produced joint in the tuck too. I'm trying to finish up,
Yeah.
polish up all the beats and stuff like that.
Yeah. I
I
like the
actually
sound
hit
of
you
that.
with some, actually.
That's
I hit you
fire.
with some.
Um, what are your biggest goals moving forward? You know, just with this these projects and stuff. What are your biggest goal? Um, you know.
My biggest goals right now is just drawing people in and acquiring that team. Because I feel like once you get that team, bro, that's like putting gas in the car. That's like you no
Yeah.
longer pushing the whip with the car in neutral. You know, now everybody in the car and they shouldn't drive. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That's really all I'm trying to get right now is just like assemble this team.
What do you look
Hey, yeah.
for? What do you look for in a team?
Just like just real people who see the vision. You know what I mean? but people who are like just real authentic, you know what I mean? It's been times where I've ran into people who are just like who are skilled, they know what they doing, they go with the craft, but they just off. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they're like it's just off. And I'm like,
yeah.
you cool, but I can't,
Not
I
connecting.
can't be doing all that. It's not connecting. So it's just
Yeah,
finding that. I mean, but that's like a natural thing, you know what I mean? It's not anything like that I'm sweating, you know what I mean? It'll
yeah.
come with time. That's just like the main goal as of right now.
That's fire. Um, well, is there any questions you have for me? Since I've been asking you all the questions today.
Yo, when you gonna drop that project, my boy? When you gonna
Um, so not to like spill out a whole bunch of crazy details, but my plan, my plan for my next two projects, my last two projects, kind of like the project, my throne project, and my project with Stevie. These two projects are really big for me. These are my like first two albums that I've really like worked on. I kind of was like working on them simultaneously, trying to get some songs started for the one with Stevie, and finishing up my personal one. Um, what I want to do is just change the way in which we sell music. You know what I mean? So like, I really want to sell some music, because of course I want to have a career out of this, and the biggest thing is that people believe that music is free, and that hurts my heart because that's why I got into music. It's the first reason I got into music. I mean, I've always loved music, but like I've seen so many really great people. Like I've listened to so many really great people, and I was like, these people don't get nearly enough recognition as they need to.
Mhm.
And it's not just a matter of like um someone just wants to be greedy, and someone like people are really having tough lives. People are really going through really tough shit because they don't have a sustainable career out of this. You know what I mean? And it sucks to know that people believe that like this is some like people really put everything they have into this craft. People put all their life into this. And this some for some people this is all they have. And when you take away their only way to live, that really hurts an artist. That really hurts the person that's creating that value for you, because everybody loves all this music. Everybody thinks this stuff is hard, but this stuff is not free. You know what I mean? It was not
Yeah,
free for me to make. And it should not be free for you to consume the value from it. Um, because it wasn't free to make that. So I just want to be able to change the way um we sell music. Because I don't think it's really more of changing the exact way. I think it's more so changing the view on which we sell music, because right now we depend too much on one thing. We put all our eggs in one basket, and it sounds good because it's modern, it's digital, everything. That's where everything's going. But like in reality, I talk to like fans of different people, of different artists all the time, and like the biggest thing that I've learned is that it's just too much for them. You know what I mean? It's too much when everybody's going in one place. If everybody's putting all their eggs in one basket and then hoping that everybody take all their fans can come listen from this one place, you know what I mean? Everybody's fans is going to this one place, and nobody's getting nobody's getting paid from this stuff but the platform. And the people that really want to consume stuff, they can't even find good music. They can't find good shit. And I know that sucks because I know people that make really great music. You know what I mean? You make really great
yeah,
music. Stevie makes really great music. So I know for a fact that there's people out here that makes really great music, but then when you start to talk about like it's oversaturated, it's too much stuff, I can't find anything. The only thing that's being pushed is the stuff that has a lot of money behind it. It's not stuff that's actually really good. And so when you hear all these like these uh these problems that people have, I realize that like they don't want us to keep putting out music on streaming. Like it's a great thing, and they're not gonna say, no, don't do it. But they also are gonna say like there are problems with this, and nobody's gonna solve these problems for us. You know what I mean? And so that's my goal, is like with this project, I want to make sure that I can change the view on that. I can change the view on like, when you consume my music, you know that you're getting it from a real place. You know what I mean? It's coming from something real, and because you had to pay for it, and it makes it so much better. It makes it so much greater because stuff you don't have to pay for, you can throw away. Because why not? You didn't even pay for it. It doesn't matter that much. You can easily throw this thing away, especially when you can't even touch it. You know what I mean? You can't even touch this
Hmm.
music that we have today. So it is so easy for me to just forget about that song. And I don't want my music or anybody else's music that I work with to just go to waste like that. You know what I mean? And so significantly trying to reduce the waste on music and trying to get people to start buying music again. That's what I want to use my album for. And so that's what's really important for me, is like I said, I really want my music to be for something. I really want my music to mean something, and I think um for that album I really got something special for that. So moving forward in the future, I got a lot of cool stuff. I really want to work with you more, um, get some more music going, because I know the more that we all work together and we all get some music, the chemistry is amazing, um, the
Hmm.
quality is amazing, um, and I really do have to thank you for Warriors and Six. Um, that was a
Dude,
really great. That was
dude,
a great song right there.
you came in so clutch. When I was talking about like, oh, there's beats that I be on that you just come, that's what I'm talking about. Like you came in, you matched that energy, and you really like, I was like, damn, this dude came with the thunder, bro. Like you really
Yeah,
like, dude, nah,
yeah.
that's like I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we got so much stuff. So much stuff rocking. I can't wait till we get all this other stuff going. Um, but it's been fucking amazing talking to you. And I hope we can do a lot more of this stuff soon.
Actually, here it is, but we're going to leave it there for now.
Say Kush, bitch, I'm back up on my rise. And I ain't fooling with my eyes. Stevie said going, so I had to compromise. You gon' lose your life, keep fucking with your pride. Even though I know it, it's never been my life. I will comfort lives that has punctured all our lives. Should've seen it from beginning, but we